Hello everyone, welcome. My name is MJ Pestridge. Welcome to another P3D video. Today's flight's going to be a special one. This is literally like the flight before Christmas. And so in honor of it being, you know, very cold in the UK, we're going to sunny Rio to do a nice Christmas flight. And this is kind of a tie-in with a flight we did back in November with the Aerosoft A319 plane, and I took it to land in Rio, and I promised that on the return leg we would use FS2Crew. So that's what it's all about. We've got the Aerosoft A319 EasyJet livery, and we're going to be flying it from Rio to SBSP, and we're going to be using FS2Crew. Also, I'm also going to be giving away 20. I've increased it to 50 now. Okay, it used to be 25, but it's now 50 pounds, euros, dollars, whatever it is in your currency, worth of gift vouchers for Sim Market. And this is going to be happening every month. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is be a subscriber on my video and leave comments on all my videos, and I will choose one lucky winner every single month and give you 50 pounds, dollars, whatever it is, of gift vouchers to use on Sim Market for flight simulation add-ons as a thank you for subscribing to my channel and following my content. So I haven't done any preparation for this flight. Like, let's get going on the flight. I haven't done any preparation for this flight, and the reason is because I wanted to do it literally in this video now. So the takeoff video might be a little bit longer than it usually is, and I apologize for that. But obviously it's part of a pilot's job, not only to fly the airplane, but it's also to do a pre-flight preparation as well. And a virtual pilot, what we tend to do is, well, we have to know where we're going to and from. So we're taking off from Rio and we're going to SBSP, I believe it is. So and that car looks like it's invisible. That's freaky, isn't it? Crazy. And anyway, so there's like the route we have to do. There is a lot of calculations and a lot of sort of setup that you have to go through. So I thought I'd go through it. So in terms of flight plan, there's 3 different ways I get my flight plan, and it depends on what type of flight plan I'm producing. If I need to actually get a flight plan that has VORs because I'm flying low, then I'll go to SkyVector and I'll literally build my own flight plan. Literally waypoint to waypoint. It has them all, and it has like the frequency of the vector for the VOR, and I just build my flight plan that way. We won't be doing it today's flight because we're actually going to be flying a company route. Now, if I was to get a company route, I go to flightplandatabase.com, and these have pre-existing flight plans. Some of them are real world, some of them are not, but they're pre-existing flights that people have done. So if you want to get a route, you literally would just type in your details here, so SBSP, and you obviously type in. You have to know a bit of information, or you could just literally click go and it would generate it anyway. And so here is the flight plan here. It's a simple done flight plan. I mean, that's not really what we're looking for. So I mean, I use SimBrief for majority of my stuff, because it ties in with Navigraph. So it's nice and easy. So we know we're departing SBRJ and we're arriving SBSP. It's the 26th of November. Now in the sim, what time is it? Because we're not flying real time. I usually do. It's 12:05, so we'll be departing, let's say, at 1. Whoa. There's an airplane here hovering like a... What the hell was that? That dude was just hovering. What is that all about? We'll keep an eye on him. Right. We'll do it like this. We'll keep an eye on him. I am on FLIGHTSIM, but I am invisible because I'm using Pro ATC, so nobody can see me on FLIGHTSIM. And I do that because I'm using Pro ATC. So we're going to be taking off at about 1 o'clock. So I'm going to set this for 20 past 1. And that will give us enough time to do our pre-flight. So we're flying the A319 EasyJet. It should be here. A319 EasyJet. There it is. A lot of this gets automatically filled out, so it's random. I'm not really sure the takeoff, departure and all that. That's going to be assigned to us by ATC. So it just needs the flight plan, the route and all that for us. So so this is the route that we're doing. There are like alternates, so I can choose an alternate. That not much different. Number 2. And I want to choose one that kind of goes over land a little bit. Number 4. They're all basically the same. Makes no difference really. Right, so we'll just do that one. It's fine. And then generate the package. So save the flight, generate the flight, and basically this is kind of akin to the airline sending the briefing package to the airport for the ground crew to have, and sending it to the company for the pilots. So we'll use this flight plan now to do all of our work. Another thing that I do, look, he's taking off like a bloody helicopter. I mean, what is this dude doing? I mean, I mean, that's it. Like, you see some freaky stuff. Maybe it's Santa and that's his sleigh. He's got to be slewing, hasn't he? He's got to be slewing. That's so weird. Freaky shit. Right. So another thing we need to do is take the package here and distribute it to like the airplane, the add-ons that I'll be using. So Pro ATC, we need to now import the flight plan from the file, put that in there, and it will now start asking me stuff here. So we're taking off at 13:30, say. We're the A319 and we are EasyJet. And 2611 is our flight plan. I'm not really, I think I'm at gate parking 18. So we can just put parking 18 there. Check that. So we're actually cruising at 34. And that basically is it. And that is the same as it was on SimBrief. So we can save that. We can actually start this off. Aerosoft Professional. There we go. And now ATC is active in the sim. Right, another thing I do is I use a program for crew, which is going to conflict with FS2Crew, I think. This is called Ultimate Crew. Built for P3D version 4, totally works in version 5. And it's good. It's got a whole crew aboard. So we're going to use that. We're also going to be using this here FS2Crew, which is going to be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how you get rid of it once it's up, but okay. Close window. No, doesn't close. I'll just put that up here, out of the way. Another thing we have to do is get the calculator out for the fuel planner. Now, another thing I noticed, and I use the Aerosoft series of Airbus planes, and that's basically because it's not like because I'm afraid of using the FS Labs one or something. It's because basically I don't really fly Airbus that often. So I spent actually, do you know what? I thought Sim Market gave me the family bundle, but they didn't. I bought it. I think I spent 80 quid on it, and that makes more financial sense than spending £450 on all 4 of the FS Labs planes when I don't really fly them that often. So I've got a sound pack for the Aerosoft, and I use the Aerosoft plane. So there, I mean, to be honest, there is actually more functionality than you probably realize in the Aerosoft one. I did a comparison video recently, and I was quite surprised that how much was actually in the Aerosoft one. But one thing I noticed as well, guys, is if you go to your program data, app data, roaming, Microsoft, Windows, start menu, programs, and then for Aerosoft A319 to 18, there is actually a Fuel Planner Connect Pro and a configurator here. Now this configurator has a lot of functionality in it that adds a lot of detail to the Aerosoft thing. For instance, did you know that the tablet inside the plane, you can actually get web browser up on it already? Like, that's already in there. You've just got to click that button and it will add it in. You also have to have the Airbus X Connect extended tool to use, and it will reduce the FPS, but that's already in there, you know. You can even select realistic company routes and change the cost index system to the Sperry Honeywell system from the Smith's flight management system. I leave it as that. I use Navigraph, so obviously data source I select there, but FS2Crew functionality, you can basically enable it, and the EFB, you can actually throw in PDFs that you want. So for instance, if you wanted to read a book like while we're on flight, I could just basically add this file. So I don't think I have got any books. I don't think I've got any PDFs, to be honest, but if I wanted to, I could. Pictures. I mean, let's try putting a picture in and see what happens. Pictures in there. We're going to see if that will show up. All right. Anyway, so that's basically it. A lot of functionality in this. A lot of things you can do as well. Change the amount of airports that are shown on the device. I'm going to reduce this right down to 50. You don't need to see 100 airports at once. This should save a little bit of FPS as well. So there we go. Right, that's all selected. Close that down. Let's get the fuel calculations done now. So A319, we have peoples on board 142, so we're not a full load today. 142, which means we can only take, oh, actually we need to fill this out first. SBRJ. Oh, hello. SBRJ. And we're going to SBSP. The route is 197 nautical miles. It's actually 232, chump, so we'll change that. We are planned at the altitude of, which, to be honest, the quickest way I check is when I go on FLIGHTSIM, I load in the flight plan, and that's how I check my flight altitude. So today we're at 32,000 feet. And I need to write this down. So get a piece of paper out for my notes, as a captain would. And let's see here. We are easy 2611, going from SBRJ to SBSP, and so far we know we're at 32,000 feet. Unless given different by thing. It doesn't actually mean anything that I actually load this in because I'm invisible in FLIGHTSIM, so that doesn't do anything. Right, let's get back on here. So continuous time, or whatever time, 20 minutes. That is this contingency fuel, 20 minutes, check. Alternate, we got 3929. Alternate distance, 50 miles. That fit within 50 miles. There is an airport, definitely. In fact, we can reduce that down to 20, to be honest. Let's see, final reserves 3476, so we change that, 3476. Wind speed, let's check what it is. Let's load the flight plan in the weather program. and check on wind speed. There is so much pre-flight stuff, and this is what I usually do way before, like, I do a stream or I do a flight, so like no one ever really sees this, you know. We are SBRJ at the moment, but I thought I'd share this with you guys. So it's 32 degrees right now in Rio. It is actually 7 o'clock at night though, but 32 degrees, wow. So, but that's nothing to do with the wind speed and direction. So, wind speed is 10 knots. Let's change that. And the direction is 290. So, it's not too bad with the costs here. Right, so, that basically is everything. Now we can decide how much baggage people can take, which is £10,000. So, that is our maximum there. Right, generate the load sheet. That now gets sent to the plane. That's all good. We won't need this anymore, but I'll just minimize it. And let's go to the plane now. So the crew will be arriving soon. That's not our plane. Where's the door for this place? Ah, it must be through here. Yeah, we'll go through this door. Come out here. Let's actually call the fuelers now and get them coming over. So they'll be on their way. They'll probably meet us there. From what I hear, the crew went out last night into Rio and had a wild night. So, I don't know what time they're going to be showing up. There's the fuel truck, though. Our plane should be down here at the bottom. There it is, EasyJet. That's our plane there. So, let's speed this up a bit. There we go. And we're here. Fuelers have arrived. Oh, here comes the staff. Beautiful. Right, another thing I use is self-loading cargo. So we need to set this up now. Import from SimBrief. It does it all in one. We are flying EasyJets. We're not the MD-80, we are the A319. It's a default cabin layout. Oh, social distancing. Ooh. I'm going to go with so that and see what happens. So 2611, 3200 going there to there. The time is not correct. So 3:20 leaving, arriving at 14:20. That's that. 142 passengers, was it? Yep. Beautiful. The crew have just gotten on board, so we actually can start that. And yeah, basically, we better get on board as well. I'm not going to do the walk around. I'm going to let the first officer do that. So let's get on board the plane. This is a return flight for me. As I say, I've been up here for a week in Rio. Very beautiful country. I actually went up to the Redeemer Christ statue at the top over there. Gorgeous view. I'll post some pictures in the Discord. Right. In the flight deck. Here we are. Right, so checklist Charlie. Right, so this is the first time I've used the FS2Crew thing here, so I'm not really sure how it's used. External power. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we need to set this up now. So it's in a cold and dark state. Beautiful. The doors need to be opened. So we'll do that. And this is like this is like the ground crew doing this, like setting it all up, which we should be actually connected on ground power. So yes, 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 beautiful. So there we go, and we're now gonna start the load sheet because they're already starting the fuel. There we go. Fuel is now starting to go. Right. So we are not at a gate. I don't know if it's a gate arrival. We'll say yes. I really don't know. I'm not really sure what start crew. Yes. Okay. VM. What's that? Ooh, cool. You actually get little videos. Okay. So what's that? Huh. Oh, hello. It's the hey, the chocks are in, mate. That looks like Chewy. Right. So that's that PA system. Welcome, departure delay, yada yada yada. And then FA is on. Flight attendant. That's what that is. Flight attendant. Okay. And briefing. I'm guessing that is. Yeah, briefing. So we are. I don't know what NADP is, but we are doing.
Hello.
Yeah, can we have a drink, mate?
Can you bring up a couple coffees, please?
You bet. I'll be up in just a minute.
I don't know how you set that for flaps. It's dry. It's dry. We don't need anti-ice. That's basically that. So briefing complete. HS. What's that? I don't know what HS is. So whatever. Right. How do you now? I don't know. I don't know what. You can't skip. There should be a button that starts this. Oh, hello. Come in. Unlock it.
Here you go, guys. I got you your drinks and a few snacks too.
Oh, cheers,
Thanks.
mate. Nice one. Bombay mix, my favorite. Right. I don't actually know how to start this off. I'm just gonna. I'll be right back. Okay, I worked it out basically. In this CFG box here, you basically click this and it starts it off. There is no button setup. It just runs. So as you can see, he's running through the checklists. So he started the external power and he's going to be starting to do various things. So it's basically it started, you know.
Hi, cabin crew, we're ready to get going now, so as soon as you're ready you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Right, so we now need to call the caterer. Request the catering. They're loading the baggage. Customers will be arriving soon. They'll be coming and starting to get on the plane. They've already fueled up the plane. That's done. So right. What do we need to do? We need to set up the FMC, I think. So
Baggage handling is complete and the aircraft is cleared.
let's turn up to this. We're using 211. Beautiful. So let's go to our initialization. Company route today is SBRJ and SBSP01. There's a company route, should be going in. Beautiful. Flight number today is 2611. And cost index, we're going to say 25. With our flight level 320. And the temperature at that altitude is, we got Rex to give us that information. 22,000 feet, it looks like it's about minus 12. So, chilly. So, minus 1, 2. That's in there. We need to initialize the IRS, so let's do that. We're on exterior power. That should be okay. We're going to turn on the engine 1 pumps for the APU, which we're going to be starting soon. So IRS initialization is done. Align on reference. Confirm it. And we're going to get the winds. Request the wind. There it is. Oh, request the wind. No wind information to request. Fair enough. It does work. Right, ground temperature, it says 15 degrees. Is that right? It's actually 32. So, right, next page. They are still loading our fuel and peoples. So we have an estimated 0 fuel weights. Our flight plan, what are these? Says our 0 fuel weight is 126. So 126. That's 3. Well, put that in there. Add format. 126 is it without the point? Oh, okay. Right, actually estimated at 128, so I guess that's the final load up. So block fuel today is 14.3. 4.3, and that should give me the rest of the weights. There we go, we don't have to worry about that. Beautiful. Performance, it'll be a flaps 2 departure. Flex on temp is 50 degrees, so we've already got our V-speed. So we need to go now sort our routing out. So let's hook up with, first off, let's set the lighting up, actually. That's something I usually do. And that way it looks A-okay. Gotta have it looking good. There we go. Don't need that light on. Must be that one. Right, there we go. That's everything done. So departure, we need to tune into clearance, which is 121.05. Let's tune in. 121.05. And let's get clearance to take off.
Clearance delivery. Easy 2611 ATIS request clearance.
Easy 2611, clear to Sierra Bravo Sierra Papa via Echo Victor Kilo Oscar 1 Charlie transition November Alpha X-ray Oscar Papa departure route and then asphalt. Climb and maintain flight level 120. Expect flight level 340 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 121.0. Squawk 3535. QNH 1004.
Goodbye. Echo Victor Kilo Oscar 1
Right.
Charlie transition November Alpha X-ray Oscar Papa climb to flight level 120. Expect flight level 340 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 121.0. Squawk 3535. QNH 1004. Easy 2611.
Easy 2611. Feedback correct. Contact run on 121.7.
Roger 121.7. Easy 2611.
And we're expected on ILS 35 left, the V. I'll just put that in now. 35 left. No. 35 left, the V, there it is. With a transition of a NAX up. So which isn't actually there. Interesting. ILS V 35 left. 35 left V ILS. But there is no... So it's no star there. Even though there is. Right, checking performance data. We have to enter this again. It's 2. V speeds 134. 169 is our rotation speed. That's quite evident. 8, 2. Right. Just waiting for passengers to... Okay, according to the staff, everything's done, so we can shut the doors. People have boarded, so closed, closed. Arm the doors, girls. I still haven't heard him say anything. I think he's on a timer, so we might have to skip. Are you playing with the doors, people? Let's give them a welcome board speech. Time 21 minutes. That's why.
I'm back from the walk around. Everything looks good.
Hey, Captain. The agents want to start sending people out. Can we start boarding?
Mate, we're boarded already, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Okay,
Welcome aboard the
I'll let
aircraft.
them know.
My name is Steve. I'm your pilot today.
They've already boarded.
And your senior flight attendant, Alana. She, with the rest of the crew, will be making our way around the cabin, making sure you're comfortable. We're not anticipating any delays, so we should be arriving on time at our destination. The guys on the ground have just told us they've finished loading the final bits of luggage into the aircraft, so we should be on our way very shortly. We are, however, waiting to receive clearance to push back and start before we taxi to the runway. If you could help the cabin crew by getting yourself sat comfortable with the seatbelts fastened, that would be fantastic. Once airborne, we'll be starting our in-flight services, but for now, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and I hope you enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Right, I'm going to do the pre-flight checklist. He's still got 11 minutes before he does the before start procedures, so I'm just going to run through what he's already done and just double check him. So Master 1 and 2 is off, check. Mode selector is set to normal, check. The landing gear is down, check. And the window wipers are turned off. And battery 1 and 2 should be on, so let's turn them on. We are in external power, so it doesn't really matter. Right, external power is on. I'm going to actually start the APU up now, so I'm going to might as well turn on the rest of these pumps, and we shall start the APU up. APU control will tell me when it's available. 95% should show when available, and then we can turn off the external power. $10 minutes until we depart, so I'll tell them we got a bit of a departure delay.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, just to let you know, we're expecting a short delay while we finalise some of the paperwork up here, but we should be departing in a few minutes. Thank you.
We got permission to fly up to flight level 12,000, so we'll set that first. We're going to look at our navigation in a second. So APU is coming online. We've done the internal lighting. Alright, documentation. Let's have a look at our flight with the charts so we can get a briefing done with the dude. So, we're taking off from runway 20 left, and we're on the 1C departure. Let's have a look at the charts for that. 1C, I believe that's us. So, this is us. So transition level here is 7,000 feet. That's when we go to standard. We are taking off on the EVKO 1C departure, runway 20 left, which will have us taken off literally through that, by that mountain. And then we come out here, and then we are on the Naxop transition, and we are well on our way. Do we have any restrictions? Yes, we have an 8,000 that we have to, sorry, 5,000 that we have to be at by here.
Taxi via Juliet Delta Echo to runway
maximum speed is 220
via Juliet Delta Echo to runway
so
02 right, Golf 102
we have to be at 5,000 feet by here. So between 800 to 5,000 feet. So that's not really a restriction. So 12,000 feet so far is our restriction. So, okay. That is the takeoff. Let's do the briefing, shall we? I don't know what NADP stands for, so... Anyway. Let's play the briefing.
Hello, Captain. The passenger boarding is complete, and when you're ready, I have the load sheet for you.
Brilliant. Good.
Are you ready for the takeoff brief? Okay, we have no MEL issues today. I will be the pilot flying. It will be a standard takeoff using NADP-1, and we will be flexing to 50 degrees. We will use config 2 for takeoff. Runway condition is dry. As for anti-ice, it's not required. The packs will be on. We'll use standard calls today. At or below 100 knots, I'll reject for any warnings. Below V1, I will only reject for an engine failure, a fire of any kind, configuration warning, or anything I deem will adversely affect the safety of the aircraft. I will reject the takeoff by calling stop. If you could, monitor that the auto brakes have activated and that the spoilers have deployed. Once we stop, if there's a fire, I'll position that side of the aircraft to be downwind and we'll evacuate through the open side. I'll advise the cabin and you talk to ATC. Above V1, we'll take the aircraft into the air and sort it out there and decide if we need to return to the airfield. If you notice anything amiss during the takeoff roll, please notify me. Any questions?
That's checked and no questions.
Takeoff brief complete.
Okay.
Are you ready for the takeoff brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, we have...
Hang on, we've already done it, dude.
Today.
Why are you doing it again?
Pilot flying. It will be a standard takeoff.
Rip on that.
Using NADP-1, and we will be...
Right, going through the rest of the checklist.
Alright guys, everyone's seated. We're all buttoned up and ready to go in the back.
We've checked the pages. They're all good. I've turned on the X bleed, the APU bleed, the zone temperatures. Barrel reference has been set. The ND, the ILS has been aligned, and we've done all of the initial and performance data. The standby clock has been set. Thrust levers are at idle. Engine master switch is off. Engine mode selectors to normal. Transponder is set to standby. Park and brake is on. That is the cockpit preparation checklist complete. So now we're ready for a before start. So fuel pumps are all on. Check. Seatbelt signs are in effect. Check. Nav 1 and beacon on. We've done all the FMS. Fuel quantity, we've got loaded on the fuel page 12,000 pounds. And when I look at my load sheet, it's 15,000 actually we needed. So they've kind of under fueled us. That should be interesting. We'll leave that. We'll see what happens with that. Right, we are ready for before start checklist. So let's get permission to get out of here, shall we?
Easy 2611. Request startup and pushback.
Easy 2611. Startup and pushback approved.
Beautiful.
Approved. Easy 2611.
Let's get rid of the ground power then. So all doors are closed. Ground services, get rid of that because the APU is running. Wheel chocks removed. Traffic cones set off. That is all done. Let's request pushback. Alright, Sunshine, we're ready to go, mate. Let's rock and roll this bird.
Flight deck, this is Ground Crew, standby for pushback. Locking gear.
Hey, we were only pushed up to the ATR 42 position. We should have come forward a little bit more. Bit of a cheek. Right. Before start pushback procedure, windows and doors are closed. Check beacon is on. Check. APU bleed is on. Check. And before start checklist complete. So that's my before start checklist as a captain. Right, we're ready to push back.
Departure check is complete. Nose gear steering disconnected for push. Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
Okay, here we go. All clear behind the aircraft. Safe to start engines at your discretion.
Okay.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Engines clear. Start at your discretion.
Right. Start the before start. I don't know why he's not doing it.
Let's get set up.
I don't know why he's not going through this, so I guess we're gonna have to... Whoa, Sunshine! He's opening the doors. What the hell? Yeah, this ain't working out. Goodbye. We can't get rid of it either, actually. So, shit, he's actually messing up with everything now. Look, he's changing things here. Oh, how do you stop it once it starts? You know what I mean? Alright, off.
Set parking brakes, please.
Get rid of it. Right, co-pilot's been fired because it turns out he was nuking everything. All the doors are shut. APU still on, APU bleeds on, pumps are still on. That's alright. Okay, we need to start our engines here, so... right, we've had ATC clearance, window doors are closed. If somebody would stop pissing around with the doors, I don't know why they're being opened. Someone's messing with the door. Right. Right, who's going through this? Oh, he's still connected. He's still connected. No, stop pissing around with my stuff, mate. Do you know what? It's a FS2Crew in Aerosoft is an absolute burn. Don't bother with it. Right, we've had permission to start up and push back. So parking brake set, beacon on, transponder now can be set on. APU bleeds on before start checklist complete. Engine mode selector to ignite. We're going to start engine 2. Check the parameters. We're waiting for N2 to hit 58%. N2 is where is it? This parameter here, 1920.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Put the max brakes on. Beacon up the terrain, which goes on my side automatically because they're linked. We're going to say we've had good engine start and we're going to get permission to go to the runway.
Easy 2611, request taxi.
Easy 2611, taxi via Juliet Alpha to runway 20 left.
Via Juliet Alpha to runway 20 left. Easy 2611.
Easy 2611. Contact tower on 180.7.
61%, beautiful.
Easy.
Unlocking gear.
Engine 1 should be available. So we're going to start engine
Nose wheel
2.
steering connected.
Sorry,
Pins
engine
removed.
2
Tow
was
vehicle
available.
disconnected.
We're now going to start engine 1.
Please refer to the safety briefing card of the exit row information card located in the seatbelt pocket to ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe
Right,
it to be
after
useful,
start
please refer to the
engines,
functions
which
listed. Please notify us
next engine's just coming on.
At this time, we also request
Clear behind the aircraft, left and right.
until we are above 10,000 feet. I will notify you that it's safe to bring these items out for use. If there's any question as to what device you can use on board today, please refer to the Welcome Aboard section of your My magazine. Thank you for your attention.
Right, second engine available, APU bleed can come off. Ground spoilers need to be armed. Flaps set to 2. Pitch trim has been set. APU now can come off. No anti-ice or wing ice is needed. All the doors are shut. Correct. Cockpit oxygen. We're all dying. The oxygen wasn't turned on. There we go. Right. Ground crew has given us clearance. After start checklist complete. Right. Let's get the runway dude to come get us. Right, taxi checklist. Clearance has been obtained. External lighting has been set. Start the clock, which is here. Clock started. Park and brake is still set because we're waiting for the dude. Well, the dude's here. We'll undo the park and brake. Right, let's see if that thing worked on here. So go to documents. No, PDF did not show up here. I won't be using this chart system because it's a bit of a ball ache. It's not fluid, but yeah, that document we put in just didn't show up. So unless it might show up on the next one, I'll keep an eye out. Like it might need to restart the sim before it'll show up. So I'll see what happens with that. Right, here's our dude. Seats for takeoff, bitches. I love you. Right.
Seats for takeoff, please.
Flight control tests. All working. Beautiful. Here we go. Park and brake off. And we will be rolling. Get those engines going. Auto throttle is active. And we're rolling. Right, ATC clearance, takeoff data and conditions have been set. We've been cleared up to 12,000. We are on the Evoc 1C departure, going up to 22,000 feet. Auto brake set to max. Takeoff config checked and normal, beautiful. We checked the flight instruments and we've done the briefing for takeoff. Complete. I'm going to work out how the Aerosoft one works because I don't think the FS2Crew one, I mean, it has its own built-in thing as well. Like, you can actually turn this on and go through a co-pilot situation, you know? So, like, we'll do that one. We'll try the Aerosoft one. It seems a little bit more easier to use, to be fair. Right, before takeoff checklist, takeoff lineup clearance obtained, sort of. Approach path clear of traffic. Anyway, actually, oh no, there is one coming off. So, what's he gonna do? He's gonna have to go down this road here. Dude, you better turn right here, otherwise we're gonna have an incursion. Wow, he isn't. Look at that. What a selfish prick. Are you serious, dude? Hey, Tower, mate, what are you playing at?
Tower, easy, 267.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We got another one here. What's going on, ATC?
2-0. Right.
Fuck's sake.
There are emergency exits on the scene.
Right.
On runway 20 left.
You've been given permission to take off. Ready for takeoff.
Runway 20.
Here we go. Toga.
Easy, 2611.
Full power. Here we go. I'm literally going to put this on autopilot as soon as I lift off.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
V2. Gear up, please. Positive climb.
Gear up and autopilot active.
Departure easy, 2611 with you, passing 600. Flight 120.
Easy,
2611 via Echo Victor Kilo Oscar 1 Charlie Transition November Alpha X-Ray Oscar Papa climb to flight level 120.
5 Echo Victor Kilo Oscar 1 Charlie transition November Alpha X-Ray Oscar Papa departure climbing to flight 120 easy 2611.
Don't think. Don't think. Don't think.
We should be going up.
Think. Don't think.
Say again. Easy 2611.
Don't think.
2611
Don't
via
think.
Echo Victor Kilo
Don't
Oscar
think.
1 Charlie Transition
Don't think.
November Alpha X-Ray Oscar Papa climb to flight level 120.
Don't think. Don't think.
5 Echo Victor Kilo Oscar 1 Charlie transition November Alpha X-Ray Oscar Papa departure climbing to flight 120 easy 2611.
EAM 809er 3 maintain present altitude.
Present altitude and 809er 3.
Why are they flying so low? Like, why is the autopilot not take? Oh, it is. Okay. Auto throttle limited. We are in the climb, so I don't know why that's kicking off. Let's give it a toggle. Doesn't seem to be locking in place. There we go. This is us here. Flying out of here. Beautiful VO there. Gorgeous. Whoa.
EAM 803-9er, maintain present altitude.
Now 803-9er. Present altitude. Now 803-9er.
So we're heading up now to 8,000 feet. We are at that restriction.
Flight level 260.
260.
Climb maintain flight level 260 easy 2611.
There we go. So that's our departure done. Let's set this page up for our arrival. beautiful clear day. Right. After takeoff checklist. APU bleed off. Check. APU master off. Check. Engine mode selector to normal. Check. Anti-ice. It's on. No, it's not cold enough. Seatbelt signs are on. Power reference we are setting to standard. Turn off the lights.
TAM 8039er.
After checklist complete.
Descending to flight level 80 up down 8039er.
We're going to be cruising at an altitude of 13,000 feet. And then the drops will go for approximately 375 miles per hour.
Get Bombay mix time, innit?
World travel to 668, when you said flight level 190. Identified.
Love it.
Maintain present altitude. Present altitude. World travel to 668. 270. Maintain present altitude. Present altitude 670.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. So
2611. Contact Brasilia for 124.8.
124.8. Easy 2611.
we've still got a ways to go before we hit our cruise level, which has been changed to 320. So we need to actually allow for that in here, don't we?
Easy 2611.
Oh, 260.
Passing flight 170. Full
Okay.
flight 260. Roger. Easy 2611.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here and then bring us back in the next video, literally just before the descent. Don't forget, I'm giving away €50, pounds, dollars of Sim Market vouchers. If you want to be in with a chance to win it, the winner will be chosen. I'm going to do it on Christmas Day, alright? And then in January, the winner will be contacted and send the vouchers out to. All you have to do is be a subscriber on my channel and leave comments down below. And I will choose one person at random from the videos within December. So comment on the videos in December. The more you comment, the more I see your name, the more chance you probably get of actually getting picked. But until the landing, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.